What if there was a podcast where one NFL legend talked about football? What about two NFL legends? This is Wideout's World, where the gridiron comes alive. NFL legends Irving Fryar and Michael Timpson, breaking down the game from the ultimate insider perspective. Game recaps, upcoming previews, and exclusive analysis straight from the minds of those who've been in the trenches. Wideout's World. Let's do it.
Are you ready for some football?
We're ready for some football, baby.
Yay! We're getting a lot of football.
Howdy.
We're in the middle of football. What's good, everybody? This is Wideout's World. I am the host, the first host tonight. My second host, co-host,
Yes,
Michael Timpson, right there. To my
Howdy.
or to my left or to my right on the screen. Yeah, to my right on the screen.
They be doing all these signals.
We got people watching already. Dawn is in the house. What's up, Dawn? What's going on, man? How was your Thanksgiving? Was it calm? Did you give? Were you thankful?
I was very thankful. You know what I was thankful for? I finally got my sweet potato pie.
Oh,
right.
no.
I
You
was
got it
supposed
right?
to take a picture. I got a picture. I was supposed to send it to you then, but I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Now, I got my sweet potato right. And the key is you got to taste it as you go. See, I wasn't doing that before. You got to taste it and make sure it's right. So you got the right amount of nutmeg, the right amount of vanilla extract. So I kept tasting as I went and as I was putting all the ingredients in, and I got it right. You'll be proud.
You got it right?
I got it right this time.
It's safe to assume, 2 days, what was it? What's today? Monday? So a few days ago was Thanksgiving, last Thursday. There's no sweet potato pie left in your house right now.
None. You know how many I made?
How much you
'Cause
made?
I made 5 of them.
Well, who ate them?
I gave
Did you
one
eat
to
all
my
5?
sister. Wait a minute. I gave one to my sister. I gave one to my niece. And I had a house full of people. My brother came from Texas.
Oh, okay.
So with his grandson. So we ate. My daughter, our son, my wife, we ate. So yeah, man, we tore them down.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie. Yes, sir.
People ask me, do I eat pumpkin pie? I'm like, no. And they say it's kind of the same. I disagree. Pumpkin pie is not like sweet potato pie. Never mind. I was going to say something real smart, but
No, it's a difference. It certainly is a difference.
yeah.
You know?
Let me put it this way: we don't eat pumpkin pie. Can I say it that way?
You can't make it cultural.
I
That is
didn't
not
say
true.
anything about the culture. I said we. I could have been just talking about me and you. Why you have to go there with it?
Because you went there. Culturally speaking, I have both sides. I've seen people eat pumpkin pie, and pumpkin pie is not bad. It's just a difference between that and sweet potato pie.
Okay, let me straighten it out. In my house, we don't eat pumpkin pie.
Okay, you got to have the right pumpkin pie.
No. It's not. No. If it doesn't taste like sweet potato pie, no, I'm not eating it. And I tried it before. It was,
Okay.
I don't know if it was because of how it was made or who made it, but no, we ain't doing that. Eddie Casper's in the house, loving my destiny. I love you. Thank you so much. She be backing me up when I'm on the Fryar place. When I go and I do a thing now, Mike.
You go off on a
called,
tangent or something? You go off, back you up?
the BIIIG is what I do. Birds Insight with Irving on IG.
Okay,
And Loving My Destiny follows me on that, supports and makes comments. Thank you.
pretty cool.
Loving My Destiny. Boston Pats
BIIIG.
fan. Pats fan is on right now. He said, "Go Pats."
Okay.
We were just
Go
talking
Pats.
about the Patriots. They being one of the upper tier teams
elite
right now
teams.
in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the elite teams. They're Drake May is legit.
Boston Pats. So he went way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, way
Boston
back.
Pats.
Boston
Mhm.
Pats. Okay.
So we got news of the week. Since I'm hosting, I guess, today, you go first with our news of the week, NFL news of the week.
I'd love to. Okay. So Aaron Rodgers. Now Pittsburgh got shellacked. I mean, they basically got shellacked. and Rodgers didn't have a Rodgers type game.
He
And
looked
so Rodgers gets in the, because he had a banged up left hand,
right.
and it's supposed to be broken. There's a bone broken in there, so on and so forth. But he had some plays that were at least desirable, and were not up to his standards. So he went and he called out his wideouts. And here's what he said. He said, when we have film sessions, everybody shows up. When I check to a route, you do the right route. We have our meetings every week. We have other opportunities outside of the facilities. I look forward to seeing all the boys there. That's him calling out the
Okay, but at least he did it pleasantly. He didn't just outwardly, say it's their fault or they're wrong or they're making mistakes. For Aaron Rodgers, as arrogant as he's been in the past, and showed himself that way.
So you think this was tame? Because when he says, "When I check to a route, you do the right route." Okay.
When I check to a route, he's saying to them, "Listen, when I check to the route, you do the right route, like they did the wrong route."
There's no exactly.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
So
gotcha.
That's what he said. That's not what I'm saying. So then,
I couldn't hear the influx or his voice because.
Gotcha. So then he says when we have our meetings every week, we have he wants everybody to show up to the meetings.
Okay,
so that's
meaning not everybody's showing up. Yeah, meaning everybody's not showing. I got you.
So here's my issue. I think we talked about this when there was some other players calling out their teammates. There's a time and a place. In a news conference is not the place. Now, over the years, you've seen people do it. I think we all agree that is not the right time to do it. Is it necessary in some cases? No question. No question at all. It's okay in football. But see, here's the thing. Do you remember when Rodgers had a problem with showing up and going over routes, running routes all season? So I don't think that they're buying into him. And I think as a result of some things that he's done in the past, nobody's buying into him. So if you're having a meeting and people ain't showing up, quarterback, if you're running routes and nobody's coming up off season or, when OT, whatever, there's a problem. And I just think he is it's a result of some things that he's done in the past. That's my point.
Well, you knew when he went to Pittsburgh, that wasn't a permanent move for the Steelers. That was just putting a Band-Aid on a wound, an open wound, to make it all right for a little while. And obviously it's hasn't turned around and bit them in the back, but and totally backfired on them because they've been somewhat competitive this season. But yeah, when it's stuff like that, because the heat's on now, it's winding down to the end of the season, and it's not looking
like
good.
Garbage.
It's not looking real good for them at this moment. So the frustration sets in, and Aaron Rodgers knows this probably could be his last year. It could be his last go round. So yeah, obviously he's frustrated, but yeah, you got to keep that kind of stuff behind doors, and guys will respect you if you do that as well. I mean,
and it has more impact. It has more impact that way as opposed to this way.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't know he had said that. I knew he got busted in the nose.
Oh man, he looked like he had a couple rounds with Tyson.
He looked like a broken man when he was laying on the ground after that sack. Come on, man, Mike. I'm looking at him like, dude, get up. He just laid on the ground and moved all. He was moving slow. I'm like, he looks like a broken man. Like his manhood got broke. His spirit got broke.
Then when they showed the picture of him on the sideline with the Band-Aid across his nose, I'm like, man, he was in a round.
He's done. He's done. He was done. Take him out the oven. He was done. Yeah, he looked broken. Yeah. In that game, he looked broken, and that's why I said, to a certain extent, he's probably thinking about, this is my last year, and I gotta, it's not turning out well.
Because I remember when he was what was he over in Tibet? He was over there at something, and everybody was working out, and they was like, "Where is he?" They couldn't find him. He was up in some mountain retreat doing something, and the people was working out. And that stuff follows you, man. I don't think people forgot that.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it does. So my news of the week is football, but it's not pro football. It's college football. If I can take if it's a step backwards, step backwards.
You have the floor.
Thank you. Here is, I'm sure you heard about it, Lane Kiffin, head coach of Ole Miss.
Yes, sir.
He just announced Sunday he's leaving his one-loss Ole Miss team to become the head coach at LSU in Dead Valley Stadium. And he just did it after they won 2 days after they beat Mississippi State 39-19 in what they call the Egg Bowl. And so he asked, he's stupid. Lane Kiffin asked the AD at Ole Miss, his name's Keith Carter, if he could coach the kids for the playoffs, finish out coaching. And Carter told him, no, get out of here. Get out of here. So now the head coach now is the D coordinator. His name is Pete Golding. But I brought that up to say this. This is one of the reasons, or this is a perfect example of why I don't have an issue with NIL and kids jumping from team to team, jumping from school to school, I mean. Because these coaches do the same doggone thing. Now, I can imagine myself as a young man, 17 years old when I went to college on my scholarship, being talked to by Lane Kiffin, and Lane Kiffin saying, yeah, come on to Ole Miss, and what they've been able to do and how successful they've been and the kind of coach he's been. And I go because Lane Kiffin's said, come on. Right. And I go there, then he's gone the next year. And doesn't even have the...
He was there 6 years. He was there 6 years.
I said, well, I'm just saying if I went 1 year, if I was as there, if I went because of him as a player, and then the next year he's gone.
That's true.
But it's he didn't even wait till the end of he didn't even have the humility to wait until the courtesy of waiting until the end of the season. Wait for the season to be over. Why are you're messing the team up now?
Do you think
they go into the playoffs?
Do you think they would have waited? LSU would have waited, correct? I do. I think
if he gave them a verbal commitment,
they would have waited.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you also with the players switching teams. The unfortunate part is right now that team is just going to be decimated. He's going to take some players. Some of them are just going to leave. But that's the problem with how the system is set up right now in college football. Nobody seems to want to put a stop to it or can, because now you got the money involved with the players. You obviously got the money to a large degree with the coaches. And it's just a domino effect, man. And I just don't see it getting fixed anytime soon.
It's all money now. I think they're adding more to his salary, which is already $8 million a year.
No. He's at 12.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. They add money to it.
His new one. He's getting 12. 12 a year.
So his new one's 12.
Yes.
With LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's getting more. He was getting 4 more.
Yes.
Than he was making 8 at Ole Miss.
And then he took his assistants with him, the offensive assistants. At least 2 of them right now have said that they're going OC and another position coach on offense.
What about what about the kids, man? What about the kids?
So here's the one thing that I heard. Some players will opt not to play in the game so they can go move more easily, because there's some deadlines coming up with college football in terms of movement and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So they have to honor that, and they may not play to honor that so they can go immediately to LSU, if I'm quoting that correctly. So it's all jacked up, man. And like you said, the kids, the fans, they were out there giving him the 1-finger salute when he was getting on the plane leaving Ole Miss. They was giving him the 1-finger salute. Right.
Well, I mean, he's wrong, and LSU is wrong as well. I'm not saying they're both wrong. Both sides are wrong in terms of, them hiring him as a head coach. Mm-hmm. That's fine. That happens. But again, pointing that out.
But he had to do it now,
that's why the kids need to have the opportunity to go. What deadlines? Again, he could have made a commitment, a verbal commitment, letting them know, I'll coach here next year. I'll be your head coach. But listen, I don't want this to interfere with what's happening right now, which is we're getting ready to go to the playoffs. I'm going to coach these kids. I don't want to mess them up.
So you're saying, though, they would keep it under wraps. Again, there's those deadlines that's coming up. I can't quote them right now, but there's some deadlines in terms of movement. The portal opens. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's opening in the middle of playoffs, of the college playoffs. And that's why a lot of people are complaining about how those dates interfere with the college playoffs. And that's why you had last year when some players sat out and didn't play.
Right. So they could transfer.
Broken. Yeah, it's broken, man. It's very damaging.
It's not broken. It's a mess.
Yeah, a hot mess.
It's a hot mess. How are you going to have? You got to wait till at least the playoff, like the pros. Wait till the playoffs are over, Super Bowl's over, championships over, so you can start making your movement. They need to move everything back. That only makes sense. Well, who put this system together?
Who put this?
I'm surprised the NCAA is allowing this.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the disorder that it is that's folding out.
It's been
that we can see.
It's been
how unorganized it is, and how they did not pay attention to details before they implemented these programs. Because
you know why? Somebody at the top is getting something off the top.
Of course. It's always. If you dig down far enough, you get to the bottom of it. Bingo. Oftentimes, more often than not, it's about money. That's what it's about. It's about money.
Hey, I got one for you.
All right.
Real quick before we move on. Sauce Gardner's injury. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up to you, do you remember the NBA Finals, the player Halliburton, Tyrese Halliburton? Remember he had a strained calf.
Mm-hmm.
And then he played in game 5, played in game 6, and popped his Achilles in game 7.
Right.
I'm afraid of this because right now, Sauce Gardner, strained calf. Come back, what happens? You're going to put all that strain. You're going to compensate.
Right.
Put all that weight on that Achilles.
On that Achilles.
So I just wanted to bring that point. I hope it doesn't happen.
but if it does, you're a genius.
No, I'm just
you're a prophet.
I just want to no, I don't want to be a prophet on that. I just want to share that with you because I'm looking at that and somebody had brought it up and I'm like, you know what? That's a very good point. Right. So just something to watch. That's all.
Yep. All right. Receivers of the week. You got 3 receivers of the week?
Yes, sir. 3 receivers, the top receivers of the week. We had a lot of great catches, even some in college.
Right.
In the pros, we had some great catches.
But the catch ain't going to do it though. You got to,
No, sir. You got to have a little wiggle. You got to have a little route running. You got to have a little something, a little shimmy and shake. All right.
Something.
So my number 3 is CeeDee Lamb. He redeemed himself. I mean, he came back on Turkey Day, and he had 7 catches for 112 yards. Got a touchdown on their win against KC, which, by the way, I predicted KC. I did not predict the Cowboys.
Who predicted the Cowboys? Who predicted the Cowboys?
You did. You did.
Yes, I did.
That's why I'm bringing it up to give you credit. Although I can pull the tape. Several weeks ago, you said you'll never pick the Cowboys, but
I know. I said that last year. I said that was a lifelong promise.
You picked them at least twice this year.
I had to. Because it didn't make any sense not to pick them. I mean, it was really looking stupid to not pick them. They mess around the way some of these teams are playing. Dallas will be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. So CeeDee Lamb redeemed himself with the 7 catches. You know, the good thing about him, we know he can do it.
Right.
But just he has to make those catches at the right time. And that's nothing odd for a receiver to hear, no matter who you are. You got to make the plays when the plays count. My number 2 is your favorite, is A.J. Brown. 10 catches, 132 yards, 13-yard average, 2 TDs. You know, it wasn't anything barn burner. Barn burner, nothing like that. But he was productive. Didn't help him a lot, but he was productive. My number 1 goes to Jameson Williams from Detroit. Against Green Bay, 7 catches, 144 yards. This guy just continues to make plays. You know what? I'll be honest with you. between him and St. Brown,
St. Brown.
St. Brown. I mean, they make the plays. I know you're not crazy about the quarterback, but now I will tell you this. I'll go on record. I don't think Detroit's going anywhere. No matter how good the quarterback and the duo is, I think that they're faltering at the wrong time, and they're just too inconsistent. I think it's going to bite them. But nevertheless, he is my number one. Jameson Williams from Detroit, Motor City.
Okay, I got two. Let me see. Jeff Shelton's in the house. Eddie Casper's in the house. Loving My Destiny. Boston fan. What is it? Jeff Shelton said, Irvin, do you have a nephew named Derek attending Virginia Union University? Not that I know of.
I love it.
Look, don't be bringing those. Not that I know of.
Nope. My name in it. I ain't in it.
I ain't in it. I didn't read that. So my number three is Jamar Chase from the Bengals. They they beat the Baltimore Ravens 32-14, 7 receptions, 14 targets, which I wasn't too happy about. But I'll tell you why. He's my number three. 110 yards, no touchdowns. 43 was his long reception. 5 first downs with a 15.7 yard average per catch. So Burrow's been out.
Mm-hmm.
For 9 games, Burrow was out, which I didn't even realize. And so he had to deal with
how many games?
He was out for 9.
Okay, okay, got you. Okay.
Yeah, he was out for 9.
No, this year.
Yeah,
9?
this year.
Wow, I'm thinking he had an injury, but go ahead. Mm-hmm.
And so there was no T. Higgins on the field, so he's the target. You know, I know he's probably frustrated too, man. That's probably why he spit on Ramsey. But he forgot about that. I mean, you got to clean that up.
You can't like that justification. You can't.
No. I'm just saying he apologized. I mean, he didn't apologize to Ramsey, but he apologized. At least he did that. But it's his 5th 100-yard game in 2025. Now, the reason I chose him as number 3 is because obviously he's been working and trying to do his thing without his quarterback. He's had to do it with the second string quarterback. He worked so soon, and then his quarterback comes back, and he has another big game. He's only had, I think it's out of the 13 weeks, I think he's had 5 weeks where he's had over 100 yards in catches. But yeah, hats off to him for hanging in there. You don't hear about him complaining. You don't hear anything on the news about him doing something stupid when it comes to, not being happy about what's going on offensively. He just plays ball, man. He just plays ball. My number 2 is CeeDee Lamb for the same reasons as you. He redeemed himself. 7 catches, 9 targets, 112 yards, 1 TD. 51 was his longest, 51 yards. 4 first downs, 16-yard average. He had a 15-yard touchdown in the first quarter, which is when I knew. I was like, okay, he's going to be on today. It's 4th time in 9 games he's had triple digits and no drop balls in this game. I deemed him the best receiver, in my opinion, the best receiver in the league. I did that last season.
I was getting ready to ask you
this season. Yeah,
I was getting ready to ask you who do you feel is the best receiver in the league?
He's my number 1. He is.
Okay.
And that's a fight. Just like you drop a couple balls, and then your mind start grinding.
Yeah.
So for him to come back, you start pressing. You start thinking too much instead of just playing ball. And it can happen to anybody. And he bounced back strong. No drop balls this past week. So A.J. Brown is my number 1. Here's the reason A.J. Brown is my number 1. He had 10 receptions, 12 targets, 132 yards, 2 TDs, 33 long, 7 first downs, 13.2 yard average. This is a dysfunctional. The Eagles have a dysfunctional offense. They do. Dysfunctional.
Wait, they're the defending Super Bowl champions.
They're dysfunctional.
They're dysfunctional?
Yeah, they're this offense. When you pay attention and watch film and see what's going on with this offense, with all of that talent, yes, their offensive line is struggling. They got injuries.
Timeout. That is not so. It's not so far fetched from the formula that they used last year, and they won the Super Bowl.
The formula that they used last year to win the Super Bowl was a 2,000-yard running back.
In terms of throwing the ball.
Right. Exactly, Mike. They don't have a running game, and they're throwing the ball the same way because they're limited. We'll get to that. But A.J. Brown.
Okay.
it's a dysfunctional offense. Yeah, I don't like the way he handled, not getting the ball earlier, and now he's catching the ball, particularly the last 2 games, and they lost both games. So, but I believe AJ's playing hurt, and for him to be out there with that sore hamstring, I believe it's still sore. I believe he's still having problems with it, and I believe that based on what I see in how he runs his routes, what he does, and what he had done before after he catches the ball, what kind of burst he has, it's not there. People are saying that he lost a step, and he wasn't real fast, to begin with. But people are saying he lost a step. I don't believe he lost a step. I believe he's playing hurt. I believe that hamstring, and he's making sure he doesn't do, you're an athlete. You can go out there and play and not hurt yourself, and I think he's making sure he doesn't mash the gas or shift into the wrong gear and mess his hamstring up again. Right. But I believe he's playing hurt. So hats off to him, 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was good performance. All he's catching is slants and outs and stops. That's it. That's all they throw.
Now, it's not dysfunctional. It's very uncreative.
It's dysfunctional, and the reason it's dysfunctional. Watch this now. Okay, you're gonna make me say all of this. I'm gonna go back. Let's go back. Let me long talk for a minute. Go back to last season. Kellen Moore had come in as the offensive coordinator from Dallas. When Kellen Moore was in Dallas, there was 5 years. Every year he was that offense was in the top 5. Dak Prescott. Okay. I wondered when Kellen Moore, I was like, can Jalen Hurts throw the ball like Dak Prescott? I said that to myself. And so Kellen Moore puts his offense in. They start out the regular season, and the first 4 games, they're all over the place. The first game of the season, I remember, was like the second or third play. Jalen dropped back and threw this dart right across the middle of the field. In the middle of the field, got intercepted. Okay. He did that a few times, and that's the kind of offense Kellen Moore ran. But they had their bye, come back after the bye, they changed the offense. They started running the ball, focusing on the run. That's when Saquon took off. Now they have a running game, and it was so awesome that they didn't have to throw the ball and be creative with the ball. All they were throwing was still stops and slants and outs and goes. That's all they were throwing. And that's what they're throwing this year. Even on the 2-point conversion against the Bears, when they tried to complete it, they couldn't complete it. It was a slant.
Okay.
Most of AJ's catches are slants or out or stop. Those are his catches. They may throw it down the field every now and then. Jalen Hurts is not an anticipatory quarterback. He's not. Teams don't play man-to-man against the Eagles because they're concerned about Jalen running. So they play zone. So you know what? You got corners, you got safety, you got linebackers. There's holes in there. And as a quarterback throwing the ball in a zone coverage, you got to anticipate the route combination, knowing that it's going to go into the hole and throw the ball in the hole before he gets there, or at least be on his way. And when he gets there, it's there. You can't wait till he gets in the hole, then throw it. It's going to get intercepted.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So and coaches call plays based on the fact that they believe their players can execute the play. And think about Kevin Patullo.
That's not dysfunctional.
It is dysfunctional. I'm going to show you why it's dysfunctional. Okay, remember Kevin Patullo, he was with Frank Reich. He was with Shane Steichen a couple of years ago. He was there with the Eagles. He coached with Rivers, the quarterback. He knows offenses. He's been involved with intricate offenses where they have creative route combinations. It's not Kevin Patullo. He's limited by what Jalen won't do. So he's limited in his play calling. He will only call what Jalen is comfortable with. Jalen is not comfortable throwing the ball across the middle in an anticipatory way where they have nice creative route combinations. It's got to be on the outside so he sees the guy and he's open and he throws it. And that's all you're going to get. He'll throw it down the field outside, but he won't throw it. And if he's throwing it and the guy's running a post, but he's throwing the ball outside, he'll throw it that way. But, man, other than that, they're limited in what they're going to do. That's why they're so vanilla, because Jalen is not capable of pre-snap reading. There have been too many people wide open, and he's throwing the ball. I mean, wide open right in front of him.
So I'll give you one example, and that's why I say it's not dysfunctional.
That's dysfunctional.
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you why. Do you remember when Devontae had a little crossing route, maybe a 5-yard in, and he threw it behind him, and Devontae started jumping up and down.
Right.
He missed him. That's not dysfunctional. That's just you ain't making the play. That's
The
not
off
dysfunctional.
that's
Hold
dysfunctional.
on.
It's dysfunctional when it happens over and over again.
Dysfunctional is when you got everybody like a Chinese fire drill and just going all over the place.
No.
That's dysfunctional. This
That's
is not
that's
dysfunctional. They're
malfunctioning.
just not making.
That's malfunctioning. It's not dysfunctional. This is dysfunctional because instead of throwing the ball to Devontae, he shouldn't have thrown it to Devontae. He should have thrown it to Dallas Goedert, who was running the seam, and nobody was near him.
But you can't miss the guy, Devontae, being wide open. You can't miss him like that.
But he missed other throws like that too.
Okay, that ain't.
But it's not, and he's not just missing throws, but he's missing open players and throwing the ball, sometimes trying to force it to A.J. Brown. And why I call it dysfunctional is because the coaches have to submit to him. The coaches have to succumb to his unwillingness to throw the ball in certain places. That's dysfunctional. Why? Because now the player is dictating to the coaches.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to agree to respectfully disagree.
Okay, at least give me malfunction. At least give me malfunction. It's malfunctioning.
I'll give you malfunction. They're malfunctioning. I'll give that to you. I just don't consider it dysfunctional. But
okay, malfunction, dysfunction. One's worse than the other. It is.
It ain't functioning.
Well, yeah, dysfunction is not functioning at all. Malfunctioning is functioning, but it's not functioning properly.
You got short. There's a short in the wire.
There's a short in the wire when it's malfunction.
Yeah.
There's a short in the wire, all right. So let me see who's on. Great read on Jaden. Thank you, Eddie Casper.
Ask them. What do they say? What do our fans say?
What do they say about what? What's the question?
Is it dysfunctional or malfunction?
So, okay, here you go, everybody. Everybody's watching right now. Everybody who's watching, Loving My Destiny, Eddie Casper, Jeff Shelton, Boston Pats fan. Listen, is the Dawn? Is the Eagles right in the chat? Is the Eagles offense? Is it malfunctioning or is it dysfunctional?
Amen.
Yeah. Is it malfunctional or is it dysfunctional? What do you say? We're going to ask the fans.
There you go.
Oh, Loving My Destiny. No, you got to pick one. Loving My Destiny. She said it's a combination. It's a combo. No, you can't get off the hook that easy. Dawn said, you're supposed to agree with me. Dawn said malfunction.
Don't do that.
Dawn said malfunction. That was a quick response. You coming to LA, Irv? No. DeRay Thompson, I'm not coming to LA. No, I'm sorry. I will not be at the Chargers game.
So don't put pressure on them. Don't put pressure on them. Just let them.
No, they'll write. They'll write it. Yeah. Well,
okay.
I'll get back to it after we talk about the Texans and the Colts.
All right, Texans and the Colts.
All
right. The Colts are not going to make the playoffs.
I know they're falling apart. They're 8-4 right now.
I don't care.
8-4.
I don't care. I don't care. You can stick a fork in them. Daniel Jones. We talked about Daniel Jones. Will the real Daniel Jones show up?
Please step up.
He has a tibia or fibula. He got one of them that's broke, hairline, whatever. Now he's not planting that foot, and it's his left. So that's the foot that you're going to drive when you're stepping into the throw.
Right.
He's not doing that. He stayed in the pocket.
Right.
And it's obvious that leg is bothering him, or he's protecting it as much as he can. That ain't gonna last in the playoffs, bro. That ain't gonna last. So you can stick a fork in them. You know who they have coming up? They lost, by the way, to the Texans 20-16.
Yep.
They have they got to go to the Jags. They got to go to the Seahawks. They got to play the 49ers. They got the Jags again, and then they got to go to the Texans. You can stick a fork in them.
They might lose all those games except for one.
That's what I'm saying.
they might lose every one of those games. They come out of that 1-4.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Well, one is how many? There's 5 games that 1-4. They come out of there 1-4.
If they're lucky. But they're going to the Jaguars are playing decent. Seahawks, we just talked about them, the 49ers.
Well, Seahawks going to whoop them, yeah. 49ers going to whoop them too because 49ers are getting things back together.
Yeah.
You
just lost to the Texans. You got to go to them now.
Oh, they ain't going to
well, that's the last game of the season. It all depends on who's going to play in playoffs and all that kind of stuff. But there you go. So ain't much about the Colts. I just think right now Daniel Jones has a parachute to say, I'm hurt. And that's why I'm playing like crap. There you go.
Well,
thank you. You're welcome.
That is true. That is true. He has a parachute, that he can open and land softly and not get pummeled because of his bad play. But he also has a history of bad play. So I don't think that he can pull that ticket and say, I'm hurt. If you hurt, get your behind over. If you're hurt, listen, there's all of us play with injury. We play with pain. But if you're hurt and you're hurting the team, go sit on the sidelines. Okay. Because if you're out on the field playing, we're expecting you to play your best football.
Wait till he starts getting hit. I bet you that
leg. I'm not saying that he's not hurt, but he's Daniel Jones. And up until now, going into that game, the Colts offense was the number one offense in the league.
Okay.
But the problem was they were going against the number one defense in the league. Those cats, every time I watch them, I get excited. They run around the field like a pack of hungry wolves. They just get after the quarterback and they play fast on every level, whether it's the linebackers, or the DBs. They play with excitement and energy, man, and it's contagious. It's contagious. I mean, I feel it in the doggone TV. It's just, when it came to crunch time, they stepped up in this game against the Colts. And the Colts, again, I don't think they're for real.
They done lost 3 of the last 4. The Colts
the record is a little bit deceptive, 8-4.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, I had a whole bunch of stuff. And Jonathan Taylor, they had him, the defense, he's below 100 yards for the third time in the last 4 games.
But if they stack the box, what wide receiver on the Colts is gonna make them pay?
Nobody that I know of. I mean, Daniel Jones ain't gonna make them pay.
What's the name of the receiver? The top, the number.
I don't even know a receiver's name on the Colts.
It's Pittman.
Is it Pittman?
Yeah.
He's never been one of our top receivers, even though they have the number one offense. It's because Jonathan Taylor, just like the Eagles last year, they had Saquon. He's running all over the place. So Jonathan is balling, but the Houston Texans held him to under 100 yards. And they've been faltering for the last few weeks in that area because that's the third time in the last 4 games that he didn't get 100 yards.
Right.
And the Colts didn't even get 300 total yards. And that's for the second week in a row.
Yep.
And here's to the Colts defense and them not being effective enough either, because CJ Stroud, he was out for 3 weeks. He didn't even play for 3 weeks. He had a concussion. And then he comes in and he's 22 for 35. He threw an interception, but he had 276 yards. And he was rusty. Hadn't even played. Mm-hmm. So the defense for the Colts, too, is not stepping up to the plate and supporting the offense. I mean, they both were playing well at times, but now they seem to be losing gas. Air's coming out of their tire. And by the time the end of the season comes, they're going to have a flat. It'll be flat. Yep. Bills and the Steelers.
All right. This one was painful.
Yeah,
It was just painful to watch, man. It was just pain. Like you said, to have Rodgers, I mean, he just looked like he just like you said, he got whooped. I mean, the Steelers have lost 5 of the last 7 games. 5 of the last 7 games.
Yep.
You never thought that the Steelers would do something like that.
Not the Steelers.
5 of the last 7, not the Steelers. Here's the thing. How do you have 2 of your tackles, your starting offensive tackles, this is the Bills, and they still ran for 250 yards? I mean, your 2 starting offensive tackles. And then the one thing about this, the guy said, Watt said, he says, how can you run the same play and it just keeps working? They kept running the same play.
It's same play. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And they couldn't, and the Steelers had no answer. I don't think the DC is gonna last long. I think I said this a couple shows back. He's not gonna last. I'm surprised he's still there. But Cook, the running back for the Bills, Cook had 60 yards before contact. And so that's like running through. Yeah, that's like running through the line of scrimmage and banging your head with the safety. I mean, you're getting clips,
right?
And for that total 60 yards and 84 yards after contact, that means they're not tackling.
More yards after contact than he had before contact.
Like, what in the world?
Oh,
So yeah,
wow.
they got some problems. So you can stick a fork in the Steelers as well. They're going to be home watching TV like the Colts.
Well, they had a chance. The Bills tried to give them a chance. They started the game off with 2 turnovers. I was like, whoa. But here come, but Bosa opened it. What was it, the first play of the third quarter? That's when the whole trouble for Aaron Rodgers. He got hit, fumbled the ball, broke his nose, scoop and score. It was just downhill from there. I was surprised at the Buffalo Bills defense. Although, yes, the Steelers offense is not a premium offense, but
Right.
man, they killed the run game. They pestered Aaron Rodgers all day.
Steelers have no run game.
And the
Steelers
receivers,
have no run game.
the receivers, every time you looked up, at least by way of the commentators, the receivers weren't getting open. They were smothering the receivers.
Let me ask you a question. About
total
what
166 total yards, the Steelers.
Let me ask you a question about Metcalf, because I've been watching. Metcalf doesn't get separation in his routes.
No, because he's big. AJ Brown doesn't get separation in his routes because he's big. All his catches, you look at them, they're all contested, or the DB is dragging, hanging off of him. Yeah,
Right.
He's right there though.
Yeah. And so if you're not getting open and giving the quarterback a place to put the football, that's a problem.
You know what happens? I think, particularly if there's somewhat of a slight hampering in terms of an injury or a bruise or something like that, particularly with big receivers. Receivers run more than anybody else on the field. You know,
Right.
we have to run from the huddle to go line up, then we have to run to catch the DB down the field, and then we have to run all the way back to the huddle. We do more running. That's why we used to train the way we train, because we run more than anybody else on the field. And for bigger receivers, and particularly as you get into the season, I know this to be a fact when I played in Miami, because we didn't back off in practice in Miami any part of the season. So when it got to the latter part of the season, we're still running down there full speed, 2.5 hour practices during the season. 3/4 of the way through the season, you go to match the gas in the game, shift gears, and you can't because you left it on the field. But I think that happens to a lot of receivers, particularly bigger receivers, in a game as the season progresses. They may start running, they may run a 4.5, that's their 40 time. Okay, beginning of the game, they're running 4.5, but by the end of the game, they're running 4.7. And I think that's what happens to these bigger guys. And Metcalf's not a big, those DBs are quick. They're agile. They can stop on a dime just like the best receivers. And for a big guy like that, they'll be all over him.
Yeah.
And that's why you see him being contested all the time, all of his catches. But listen, Josh Allen didn't do a whole lot in this game, but the Steelers' offense, next to nothing.
Well, he scored his 76th rushing touchdown, and he said it himself. He said it was nice of the guy to carry him into the end zone. Like, that's what
that was Josh Allen. Yeah. Listen, through 3 quarters, the Steelers' offense had a total of 90 yards. 3 quarters at the end of 3 quarters, beginning of 4th quarter, they had 90 yards of total offense. The Steelers. That's unacceptable. They ran 43 offensive plays, and the Bills ran 74 offensive plays. It was bad.
Do you get rid of Tomlin if you're the owner of the team?
No.
Okay.
He's too solid. It's just one of those years, man. It's just it's just one of those. You really have to have a really good general manager to be able to balance the money out. To do contracts in a way where it looks one way, but it really doesn't impact the team as much as it sounds or looks like on paper. Howie Roseman is very good at that with the Eagles. That's why they're able to pay all the guys the way they pay them and it not be such a big hit on the cap. And I think the Steelers are suffering with some of that right now. And at some point they'll build it back up. But no, I wouldn't get rid of Tomlin. It was bad though. It was so bad the Steelers fans started booing. They started booing.
But you know what you said a few shows ago, and you said it multiple shows, if I'm not mistaken. They look old.
Mm-hmm.
They look old.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you see them even more as the season wanes. They are old.
They're old. Yep.
And it's gonna take. You're gonna have to clean that thing out.
They're going to revamp it. Yep.
Yeah.
I think Tomlin still can identify and communicate and influence these younger kids as they're coming in. I think he still has the ability to do that. Some older coaches phase themselves out because they cannot connect with these younger cats that are coming in. But Tomlin still has the ability to do that, I believe.
He needs a quarterback. They need a strong quarterback.
Well, yeah, that's where it starts. My mother said malfunctioning. I'm gonna get all of y'all off of here. DeRay Thompson said, okay, no. Dawn said malfunctioning. DeRay said both. Let's agree to be disagreeable. That's what Dawn said. You two experts are funny. Oh, that's my mom. She said that.
So right now you down two.
Hush. Just for fun, because I respect both of your opinions better than any mainstream sports media. If the season was over today, who are the two teams in the Super Bowl? So many great teams. So I would love your call on this.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Ben Strait is asking that question. If the season was over, or the regular season was over, playoffs over, who's in the Super Bowl right now? Who's your pick for the NFC?
Well, I'm gonna still go with San Francisco. I think they'll pull it together at some point.
Ooh,
I'm gonna go with San Francisco.
You know what, Ben?
Not a bad choice. I know. Not a bad choice.
That's a great question, because we were just talking about this before we came on the show, before we went live. Is nobody's separating themselves. Nobody's sticking out right now, and in terms of looking like the favorite to win the NFC or the AFC. Nobody's, AFC. You know what? I'm gonna pick the Patriots for the AFC because they are playing well on in every phase of the game. Both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, and in special teams. And Drake May is the truth. He really is. He's going to be around for a while.
That's a good pick. Pick.
He can really play the position, and he's going to do nothing but get better. And if they can bring a few more players in there on that team to sew up maybe some loose ends, particularly on defense, but man, they're going to be good for a while again. Drake May is going to be good for a while. Now the NFC. That's a whole nother, good gracious. That's just hard.
Well, don't forget the Rams. I said San Francisco.
Well, you said
the Rams is in there. I forgot about the Rams. I don't know why I forgot about the Rams.
They're in the NFC.
I said the NFC.
Yeah. If I had to pick a team, if I had to pick a team in the NFC, it would be the Rams.
Yeah.
It'd be the Rams and the Patriots. That would be a good game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that would be a good Super Bowl to watch. So those would be my pick. You want the Rams, and what's your AFC team? Oh, your NFC team is 49ers?
I went with the 49ers, but I for some reason I forgot about the Rams. I don't know, because they lost, and I told everybody they was going to the Super Bowl and just made me look crazy. But I like the Patriots.
Okay,
but you know what? I'm not counting the Bills out. I just think,
man,
I'm not counting them out.
Okay.
I'm not. And here's why. Because they had a little playoff run. The Patriots are unknown. We don't know how Drake May is going to react. We don't know yet.
I think Drake May is as cool as a cucumber. I think he's the truth. I really do.
Okay.
I think he'll come out and prove himself. Get Mr. Tomlin's jersey, Hall of Fame jersey, ready now. Loving My Destiny, that was Eddie Casper. Loving My Destiny says dysfunctional. And not because my fave said so. I'm her fave.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so so sweet. That's so sweet of you.
Dysfunctional is 2-1 now. Come on, I need another dysfunctional. Doggone it. Broncos Commanders, man.
Oh, you know what? It turned out to be a better game than I thought it was going to be honest.
And nobody thought it was going to be an overtime game. Everybody thought that. I mean, yes, they were at Washington, so that's that takes.
And then it was Mariota. You don't know what Mariota's going to do.
Mariota's going to throw an interception. That's what Mariota's going to do. At some point, Mariota's going to throw an interception. I have by expert source that Mariota is not a good quarterback.
you've said that, but
Yes.
until you give up the source, we're gonna say you just got that off YouTube somewhere.
No, I can't give up the source, man. Because I can't give up the source. I can't do that. That might mess him up.
I don't want you to give up the source.
But Chris Womack in Boston. Salute. Hey, bro. Peace and
Yeah.
blessings, brother Chris. Hey, Chris. Dawn. Wait a minute, Dawn. I thought you said. Now Dawn is saying dysfunctional.
Now see, you got her mixed up. You got her. You done messed her up. She
No, because she was saying both. I think she said malfunction up earlier. Yeah, she said. then she said we agreed to be a disagreeable or something like that. And now
you was badgering the witness, and
I didn't badger her.
So
Ben Straight says, "I'm sorry, Mike. My son Parker has a question. Is there anyone in the Hall of Fame you feel might not belong there, and who is the one who is way overdue to be in the Hall of Fame?"
Well, Skippy, you looking at him. Skippy right here is overdue.
I'm Skippy, y'all.
Yeah, he's overdue.
Overdue.
I don't understand that whole setup, man. And so
Well, usually
we've exhausted ourselves even thinking about that, how they got that whole thing.
Well, the ones who the selection board are young people now. It's younger people,
Oh.
guys who knew or saw me when I played. They're pretty much gone. So a lot of the selection committee are younger people who haven't really, don't know the name Irving Fryar. But now I think I've been out for 25 years, so I'm eligible for the seniors,
Right.
because there's a senior group that votes guys in. They get one vote for one guy.
Okay.
They get so I still got a chance. I ain't dead.
Well, you deserve it. All them riffraffs in there. Well, I shouldn't say riffraffs because they're Hall of Fame.
Okay, they played too. Yeah,
they played. Yes, sir.
My numbers are just better than theirs.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So Denver and Washington are 27-26. Here's the thing with Denver. Their offense is inconsistent only because the running game is
I just said that. Yeah. Yeah.
The defense is, you know what they're winning off of? Defense, and Sean Payton, in my opinion, is out coaching some of these other coaches.
Right. He's creative. He's very creative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's always been that way. And that's why I think that's how they're winning. I just think it may catch up with them. Washington, on the other hand, Washington is nothing without Jaden Daniels. And but here's interesting. Both of the teams threw the ball over 50 times, about 50 times. One was like 49 or 48, and the other one was 50. But they threw the ball. Washington didn't have a lot of respect for Denver's defense because they threw the ball.
Right.
And they made a game out of it. They made a game
Denver's defense let them come back and score the game tying touchdown, and then let them score in overtime.
Yeah.
So the defense was playing well, but when they needed to step up and strike hard, they faltered. They faltered. But think about these two teams. I was thinking about it. How they reversed in one season. Where the Commanders were at this point last year. I think their record is 3-9. They didn't lose that many games.
Yeah.
They were I forget what the record was last year. 12 and 5, something like that. 12 and 5, something like that. But they were on the rise. We were thinking of them as a team that was going to have to be reckoned with. I mean, obviously, maybe they would have been there still this year had they not lost their quarterback for most of the season. But they were a team that was on the rise, and everybody was noting that going into this season when the Denver Broncos were kind of like, faltering. We didn't know what they were going to do. We didn't know they were struggling. Sean Payton wasn't. He wasn't as effective with whatever players he had. It didn't come together for them. But now the script has flipped.
Yeah.
Now Washington is like faltering. They're just free falling, and Denver is like, they're shooting for the stars, man. They're shooting for number one seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
They're 10-2.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? So they just kind of switched for both these teams just in one season. So we got 5 more minutes. So we have the Giants and the Patriots?
Giants at the Pats.
Is that tonight?
That's tonight.
Oh, okay. I didn't put Monday Night Football in there. This ought to be good. Go ahead.
I agree with you. It ought to be good. I'm hopeful that it's good. Here's why. The Giants, I mean, the young kid is coming back out of concussion protocol at the quarterback position. Dart.
You sure? Is he supposed to play?
I thought I saw it. Don't quote me now. You got me second guessing myself. I thought he was going to play. I think I did see that he's going to play. He'll make it interesting. He'll make it very interesting. The problem is he can only do so much. Their defense is near the last in the defensive stats. The Pats. Here's the thing that I'm looking for the Pats. If they're legitimate and they're for real, they'll put the Giants away early. Don't fall for the trap game.
Right.
If they're legitimate, I'm looking for them to put them away early. That's it. Now, if they play around with them and the Giants are making a game out of it, then the Pats are not as real as I thought they were. Particularly what's on the line, home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Yeah. So I'm expecting them to take care of business. So
Patriots are 10-2. Patriots on a 9-game winning streak. The Giants are 2-10. They're on a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah.
But I mean, they play teams tough. They played the Lions tough. 27 points, 8 for 16 on third down, went into overtime, 1 for 3 in the red zone, scored 20 points. They scored over 20 points 3 of the last 4 games. So they're putting little points on the board, and they had Jameson catch that was a touchdown pass, run that guy over. That was, I know he's still catching it, man. How do you get run over by the quarterback? But man, Drake May I'm just impressed by him. I'm impressed by him. So I'm going with the Patriots.
Jackson Dart is supposed to play,
he is.
He's supposed to play.
They sputtered last week against the Bengals. The Bengals have the worst defense in the league. So I guess that's one of those games, like you said. You have those games where things don't necessarily come together, but if you can pull it off and win, then hats off to you. But they're 10-2, and it's at New England. The game is at New England. I just don't see them beating the Giants. Don't see the Giants play with a lot of energy. The couple of games they won, one happens to be against the Eagles. One of those 2 games they won, they play with a lot of energy. But they're front runners. If they get ahead and it looks like they have a chance to be there at the end of the game, then it keeps life in them. And like you said, if the Patriots handle their business, go out there and get ahead of them, they only got 5 games left. All they're thinking about is packing their bags, getting in the car, and going on, after the season, going on do their thing.
If Jameis Winston play, all bets are off.
Oh, if he plays, anything can happen. If Jameis Winston plays, anything. if the Patriots don't get out ahead, just like the Lions, when they play the Lions, if the Patriots don't mess around going to overtime like they did with the Lions, if you don't get out ahead and put them in their place and help them to remember, we're not very good. We don't have a good record. We're not going to win this game. Let's just,
we're going to do everything we can. We're
going to get it over.
Little trickery, everything.
Oh, yeah. They got nothing to lose.
Now, Jackson Dart creates a problem for them because he's running. Now, I don't know how much he's going to run because he's coming off.
All they got to do is, because he's going to do something stupid, just knock his behind out the game again. That's all. Because he's going to take off running, trying to run somebody over. He's still a young, straight out of college, doesn't know any better quarterback. He thinks he can run over everybody. He thinks he can run, and he can. He's still young, but that stuff changes after a while. You playing with grown men. Grown men. So we got this Thursday, the Cowboys and the Lions, right? Thursday night.
Yes,
coming
sir.
up. Cowboys and the Lions. Oh, you didn't look at that one, did you?
Nope.
You had one last week. You mentioned one last week that I forgot to look at. And I had that same look on my face when you brought that game up. I'm like, I'm gonna have to wing this one.
We did Thursday because it was Turkey week. We typically don't do Thursday.
I did Thursday again. I got my notes.
Okay, what you got?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you had it.
No, Thursday. I do have it.
Well, give it to us. We love to hear it.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna pick Dallas again.
No.
Yes, I am.
Where's the game? Is the game in Detroit?
It's in Detroit. Yeah. But Dallas is playing good football right now. They got their running game together. They got what's his name, Williams in the running game. I forget what his first name is.
They can't sustain this that long, man.
I'm telling you, they got a new defensive tackle, Williams, and a linebacker, Wilson.
I agree.
And they've made a difference on that defensive side of the ball.
True.
They made a difference. Brought a couple of guys. One was on which one was on the practice squad? I think he brought somebody up the practice squad who was balling pretty well.
Came in a trade. You talking about the other DT from on the trade from Green Bay? Walker.
No, but they also brought somebody up that was on. I don't know if he's on PUP. Physically unable to perform. I think they brought somebody up off of that was already on the team. But listen, Jameis Winston threw for 366 yards and 2 touchdowns a couple of weeks ago against the Lions. Come on.
Okay. All right.
Dak is a better.
No question.
And has better receivers. Pickens and CD. I'm telling you.
I got a feeling about this one though. I'm gonna go with Detroit on this one. I just got a feeling that this particular week they're gonna put it together enough to beat Dallas. Dallas then got the fat head now, so watch out. They got the fat head now.
Dallas got the fat head. Chris Womack said he's in Boston. Chris is in Boston. He says Giants are better than their record, and the Patriots are novelty.
Wow.
They are stunning. Wow. They are stunning the football world. Nobody had the Patriots even win. That's right, 10 games this year. So that's right. Nobody did. So although their record is elite right now, nobody had them in this position. Talk about and not overlook that.
Wow.
Didn't I just say the Patriots if I had to pick a team for the AFC, you weren't on yet, Chris.
But that doesn't mean that they can't, win more or go far just because nobody picked them.
They're going to go far. I picked the Patriots to be for the AFC, to be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. It's on record. Let it be written. Let it be done. He
said, ask Stephen A. about Dallas. Find a way at this point. Oh, Lord have mercy.
All right.
Loving my destiny says our chemistry is great. She loves our chemistry.
Yep, that's my brother from another.
Yep. I've known Michael. Oh, my God. Mike, how long? We go back to in the 80s.
89.
Is it 89? Good God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We know each other a long time. Back to the 80s, late 80s.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Hey, so your prediction, are you still going up to New England? You said you was going up to the game the middle of December.
Which game?
You decide?
Which game?
You said you was going, and I told you it's too cold. I wasn't going.
No, I went to a game a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I was thinking it was later.
No. I went to the game when they played Atlanta.
Okay.
I went to the Patriots Atlanta game that they had at home. I went to that game.
The Patriots got the old uniforms, the one we used to wear.
Oh, they do? Let me tell you.
Yeah, they got those. They got those out. With Pat Patriot hiking the ball.
That's on Prime, isn't it?
Yeah. No. ESPN.
It's on ESPN?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Xfinity. Turn my TV on. I got TV right here, y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, we good?
Yes, sir.
Let me shout everybody out. Loving my destiny. Shout out to you. Thank you, sweetheart. Eddie Casper in the house. Chris Womack, shout out to you in the house. Let me see who else. Y'all made a lot of comments. Dawn is in the house. Ben Straight, shout out to you, my brother. My mother. Hey, mama.
Hey, mama.
DeRay Thompson in the house. Shout out to you as well. Jeff Shelton, shout out to you, brother. Thank you very much for being here. Boston Pats fans, shout out to you as well. Representing from the north. Actually, you're just short of, you're up there with Chris Womack. Chris Womack's in Boston. And that's it. That's our crew.
Hey, I'm watching it. They just did an interview with the quarterback just before the game. Do you see? That's the different twist that all this TV.
Yeah, you got.
First of all, you got a camera,
and the coach
they got a
too.
camera on the middle of the field, and that's crazy. But anyway,
and the coach, and I think they're obligated to do that. They have to do the interview.
I know,
yeah.
But isn't that crazy that they do that now?
It's crazy.
Man, I got my game face on, man. Don't be bothering me before the game.
But that just lets you know how
it's different. Yeah.
How media focused sport is now. how much of an entertainment it is for them now, because now the players and the coaches have to take time out before or during a game. What? To talk to the media? Get out of my face. I got time to be talking to you. I'm trying to focus on catching the doggone football.
Yeah, man. It's so different. I just saw it and just made me think about it.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Scatterboo is playing.
Scatterboo ain't playing.
He's not playing?
Scatterboo out, man. Scatterboo been hurt. What
Sure.
old clip?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he broke his ankle.
Yeah. What old clip you looking at?
No. Whatchamacallit said something about Scatterboo. Troy Aikman. When I turned my TV down, he was saying something about Scatterboo. I'm like, Scatterboo playing.
Missed him.
No, they miss him
all
big
good,
time.
Man.
Yeah,
all right,
ugly,
hopefully we get a good game then.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. All right, y'all.
All right, man, let the people go, man. Let the people go.
We're going to let you go. It's Monday night. Go watch the Monday Night Football. That's Michael Timpson. I'm Irving Fryar. This is Wideouts World. Wow. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place, same channel right here on Wideouts World. What are we on? YouTube. On YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget, search for us first and subscribe and hit the notifications button. That way when we go live every Monday morning, good gosh.
It's all good.
Every Monday night. That way when we go live every Monday night, you'll get a notification because you hit that notifications button. But until then, see you next week. Peace and hair grease.
And soul.
We out of here.
This has been Wideouts World.
Touchdown.
The legends, Irving Fryar and Michael Timpson. Are you freaking kidding me? If it's football talk you're looking for, I think we've got you covered. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on YouTube at Wideouts World. See you next time.
Let's go. Let's go. Go.